And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eyes Lamel Family Field for this latest edition of Brevard College Women's Soccer. Really excited to bring you the action tonight. A lot of excitement around this Brevard College Women's Soccer program. What a year so far they've been having. 10-4-2 overall, 4-2-2 in conference play, currently sitting in third place in the conference. And a remarkable statistic, the Tornadoes unbeaten at home, 7-0-1, 7 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. They've only allowed 1 goal scored on the home field. And that came against Carolina University earlier this season, a 2-1 victory for the Tornadoes. And dates back even further, the home unbeaten streak, all the way back to October 15th of last season. That was the last home loss. A grand total of 10 games in this unbeaten streak dating back to last season. So looking to protect that home field once again against a non-conference opponent, Johnson & Wales. And Johnson & Wales making the trip from Charlotte. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the home Tornadoes, Abby Nunez will get the starting goal this evening. Chiara Porcelli, Haley Bryan, Haley Kenny, Abby Mayer, Austin Huffman, Abby Warzencroft, Grace Black, Emma Murray, MK Spoke, and Autumn Wright. That's your starting lineup for the Tornadoes. The Johnson & Wales Wildcats, meanwhile, will go with the following starters: Zoe Balmer, Emily Spies, Taylor Witherspoon, Asmira Garcia, Jess Ralph, Olivia Hahn, Aubrey Warren, Sarah Milne, Zay Absalom, Katie Douglas, and Libby Parcels. That's your starting lineup. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Juan Mascaro Sr. The head coach of Johnson & Wales is Matt Heisler. So non-conference action between these two teams. And, they meet up every once in a while, not too far apart geographically. Johnson & Wales, their Charlotte campus. Have campuses also in Miami, Florida, Denver, Providence, Rhode Island. At least they did the last time I checked. And the Charlotte version of Johnson & Wales coming to see us this evening. A 6-4-3 record overall for the Wildcats, currently on a 3-game win streak. So maybe a tough opponent for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes will have to not take Johnson & Wales lightly, coming off that big senior day win over the weekend. Common opponent between the two teams. A few of those, including Warren Wilson, a 4-0 win for Johnson & Wales. Johnson & Wales lost to Greensboro 3-1, tied Salem 0-0. So there's some other USA South Conference opponents who Johnson & Wales saw. Johnson & Wales also met up against William Peace, a 2-1 defeat. But this evening, these two face off, and it's a big game to keep the momentum for the Tornadoes coming off a 3-0 senior day win. Just a magical day as 9 seniors were honored. All sorts of highlights, whether it's Taylor Richardson with the opening kickoff, a goal by goalkeeper Nicole Arroyo, and also a highlight coming late in the game, Tay Brown, the senior, a feel-good goal to cement the 3-0 victory. Well, look forward to having you along for this one under the lights here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Currently 63 degrees, temperature dropping after we reach 70 again this afternoon. A beautiful sunshiny day, not a cloud in the sky as the sun setting over the mountains of western North Carolina to our west. Tornadoes and Wildcats coming up shortly.
City, Florida. Haley Bryan, Newport, North Carolina.
Abby Mayer, Roxborough, North Carolina.
Haley Kenny, Webster, New Hampshire.
Channing Barker, Dunlap, Tennessee.
Grace Black, Charleston, South Carolina.
Abby Worsengirl, Walhalla, South Carolina.
Lena Hatter, Indiana, Florida.
Mackenzie Lozano, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hannah Achilles, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Annie Peacock, Tallahassee, Florida.
Kiara Porcelli, Venice, Florida.
Michaela Zavekian, Draper, Utah.
Rachel Trifoli, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Emma Barnes, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Emily Howell, Asheville, North Carolina.
Emma Murray, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Lily Teague, Charleston, South Carolina.
Austin Huffman, Cartersville, North Carolina.
Olivia Greishwood, Tucker, Georgia.
Autumn Wright, Ellicott City, Maryland.
Hillary Schmitz, Charlotte, North Carolina.
MK Snook, Charleston, South Carolina. Camden Pacheco, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Abby Nunez, Homestead, Florida.
Nicole Arroyo, Yulee, Florida. Go Natives.
Kennedy Kelly, Miami, Florida.
I'm Zoe Hughes, I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Taylor Richardson, Seminole, Florida.
Tayondra Brown, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Go Natives.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
Mel Family Field for this latest edition of Brevard College Tornadoes Women's Soccer. Tonight's matchup hits the Wildcats from Johnson & Wales University, Charlotte versus your Brevard College Tornadoes. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Wildcats. Number 1, Zoe Balmer. Number 3, Emily Spies. Number 8, Taylor Witherspoon. Number 9, Asmira Garcia. Number 10, Jess Ralph. Number 11, Olivia Hahn. Number 14, Aubrey Warren. Number 19, Sarah Milne. Number 21, Zay Albelson. Number 27, Katie Douglas. Number 29, Libby Parcells. Wildcats are under the direction of head coach Matt Heisler, assisted by Sarah McHugh. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. Number 0, Abby Nunez. Number 3, Kiara Porcelli. Number 4, Haley Bryan. Number 5, Haley Kenny. Number 7, Abby Mayer. Number 9, Austin Huffman. Number 10, Abby Warzencroft. Number 11, Grace Black. Number 26, Emma Murray. Number 28, MK Smoke. Number 29, Autumn Wright. Tornadoes are under the direction of head coach Juan Mascaro. The associate head coach is Juan Mascaro Jr. Assistant coaches Sally Reagan and Rebecca Rojas. The athletic trainer is Noah Rice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Welcome back to Islamel Family Field for this latest edition of Brevard College Tornadoes Women's Soccer. Non-conference matchup on a Tuesday evening in Brevard. Beautiful weather for soccer. Joined alongside Melody Ferguson. Melody, how are you this evening? Thanks for joining the broadcast.
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, we're coming off a magical senior day. Have you had a chance to sort of process that and put it in perspective?
I put it into perspective a little bit. There was magical moments with Taylor Richardson kicking off, Nicole Arroyo's goal.
Tay Brown with that goal
scored.
as well. You know, just
The senior.
all sorts of highlights. 9 seniors in total honored and continue that momentum in the USA South Conference on the field, really getting it done, especially strong defensively. Another shutout for the Tornadoes.
The defense, the starting back line for the Tornadoes is a pretty strong back line. You have Abby Nunez in goal, Abby Warzencroft in the center, MK Smoke in the center today. You'll have Autumn Wright on the outside as well as Haley Bryan on the outside. And Autumn Wright and Haley Bryan will be pushing up forward to add to the attack.
Yeah, no doubt. And the numbers speak for themselves. You know, the Tornadoes have 10 shutouts this season. And at home have just been incredible. Not only undefeated, 7-0-1 record at home, but they've only allowed one goal. A 20-1 scoring advantage at home. That one goal came in non-conference play against Carolina University. So really just incredible work at home, just lockdown defense and goalkeeping, of course. And the added dimension, we saw it with Nicole Arroyo, now Abby Nunez, who, by the way, look at this, off the opening kick, Nunez up about 30 yards off of her line and getting part of the offense. I was just about to point out how the Tornadoes, one of these rare teams that uses their goalkeepers for free kicks. We'll keep an eye on that. Both Nunez and Arroyo have scored goals this season. Indeed a factor. We'll see if it comes into play.
The Tornadoes have been using their goalkeeper as another field player for a numbers advantage this season.
Well, after an initial push forward by the Tornadoes, a counterattack there for Johnson and Wales, and an early corner kick for Johnson and Wales. Again, non-conference action. Tornadoes and Wildcats. Wildcats, you might wonder about the 7 o'clock start. Well, they made the trip right after classes wound down in Charlotte and headed on up. You know, you sometimes face that Charlotte traffic. Got to get through Shelby, North Carolina as well on your way here. And you do want to time that trip properly as this crosses in, and a early shot by the Wildcats off the corner kick. So some early action, and it'll be a goal kick for Nunez. So back underway here, Tornadoes in all white, Johnson Wales in the blue. And played ahead here, Grace Black with an early opportunity. The shot in the save from Zoe Balmer. So early opportunity for Grace Black along that left wing. And Zoe Balmer with the first save of the game for either side. So both teams with shots early on, both teams with opportunities early on. Haley Bryan playing it back to MK Smoke. In a dangerous situation there. Nunez playing it forward. And all the way back the other way, Zoe Balmer will pick it up for the Wildcats. Just underway here. About 3 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed. And meanwhile, dangerous situation for the Wildcats. So both teams sort of playing with fire early on here with their goalkeepers. And playing it back once again is Haley Bryan, this time using Abby Warzencroft. Warzencroft to Smoke. Now Bryan. Bryan was looking ahead to Haley Kenny. Meanwhile, Smoke will pick it up, but it's stolen away by the Wildcats, rather. That was Zay Absalom. Zay Absalom with the takeaway. Absalom, the freshman from Pelzer, South Carolina, Palmetto High School. Drumline in the house this evening. Playing it forward there. And 50-50 ball. Both teams battling for it. Haley Kenny came up with it. Now played forward to Grace Black, but then brought down again by the Wildcats. Here's Grace Black again, very active early on. She plays it forward to Abby Mayer. Mayer with some space. Mayer cuts back to her left. Beautiful move there. The central part of that Johnson Wales defense comes up with the stop. Katie Douglas for the Wildcats. Douglas playing it forward. Here's Mayer once again. Mayer again with that cut back to her left. Now goes to her right. Was playing it forward for Austin Huffman. Here's once again Douglas. Played out of bounds. It's going to be a tornado throw in deep in the attacking zone for the Wildcats. So Wildcats showing some prowess here early on. Tornadoes trying to keep this unbeaten at home streak going. 10-game unbeaten streak at home dating back to last season. And it's going to be another throw-in for the Tornado. So Tornado's able to get a chunk of the yardage. Get out of that attacking zone for the Wildcats. Here's Aubrey Warren for Johnson & Wales. Now Jess Ralph playing it forward. Takeaway by the Tornadoes. Here's Huffman. Huffman up ahead to Mayer. Mayer looking for Grace Black. Wildcats are back defensively. Huffman gets the rebound. It's nice ball movement, meanwhile, by Johnson & Wales. Here's Abby Mayer along the right wing. Porcelli trying to win a 50-50 ball. Autumn Wright on that far sideline for the Tornadoes. Taken away by Warzencroft. She uses Emma Murray. Played it back to Wright nicely. Emma Murray, key part of that midfield. .37:08 to play. Each team with one shot. Abby Mayer playing it forward. Opportunity here for the Tornadoes and a score for the NATOs. Big time goal there for Austin Huffman. Big finish there for Huffman. And just like that, on the second shot of the game, Huffman, the exciting freshman for Brevard, freshman midfielder out of Kernersville, North Carolina, Atkins High School, and gives the Tornadoes the 1-0 lead. Great goal there for Huffman on just the second shot of the game for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful ball play forward by Abby Mayer. Just a quick little flick over top of the back line just to set up Austin Huffman on the run, giving her essentially a 1v1 opportunity with Balmer, and 9 times out of 10, that ball is going in the back of the net. So beautiful goal there by Austin Huffman.
Yeah, Huffman, really nicely done. She's made such an impact early on. That's her 4th goal of the season in her freshman campaign. She also has 3 assists. So certainly making her presence known as a freshman for the NATOs. Meanwhile, corner kick again for Johnson and Wales. It'll be Garcia. Ball bounces around in that goal mouth a little, then cleared out by the NATOs. Then Nunez comes up with it. Nunez, a couple bounces of the soccer ball, then lets it rip. Big punt from Nunez. That ball's completely flipping the field, and it's going to set up an opportunity for Hoffman. Hoffman brings it down beautifully. Was looking for Mayer. Now here's Haley Bryan. Porcelli back to Bryan, up to Mayer. Some quick ball movement by the NATOs. Cleared out there by Warren of the Wildcats. Meanwhile, here's Bryan. Kenny playing it back to Smoke. Now played forward. Opportunity for the Wildcats. Nunez all the way out past the penalty box. Plays it out. Katie Douglas was the striker trying to make something happen for the Wildcats. And there's your first foul of the game as ball was played forward. Hoffman was on the move, and the defender for the Wildcats chopped her down. So it'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes, and here comes Abby Nunez. If you haven't watched much women's soccer for Brevard College this season, we encourage you to do so. For this alone, you get to watch goalkeepers take free kicks. Nunez has already scored this season. Her fellow goalkeeper, Nicole Arroyo, scored in the last game. So 2 goals by the Tornado goalkeepers. And Nunez, she's either going to lay this up as a cross for her attackers, or she actually played it near post that time. Meanwhile, part of the equation, too, is the goalkeeper sprinting back to make sure she gets into position, because you would hate for something like that to backfire with the team on the other side with some quick counterattack. But always entertaining. Tornadoes ahead 1-0. The goal from Huffman. By the way, credit the assist on that first goal to Abby Mayer. So officially an assist for Mayer goes along with the Huffman goal. And then there's Nunez cutting off across nicely. Abby Nunez, the freshman goalkeeper from Homestead, Florida, down in the 305. Southernmost part of the state before you get to the Florida Keys. Meanwhile, here's Grace Black. Grace Black on the move. Tried to keep that inbounds, but just a little too much velocity on that dribble. And it'll be Johnson Wales the other way. Zoe Balmer with the free kick. Warren playing it forward to Ralph. Check that, Hahn. Hahn now plays it forward. to Absalom, picked off by Kenny. Here's Absalom again. She's been active. Defended by Autumn Wright. Tornadoes playing a few long balls here, but Johnson Wales seems to keep on cutting them off. Meanwhile, here's Katie Douglas. Warzencroft with the big stop there. And then clearing it out was Kenny. Mayer did everything in her power to keep it in bounds, but it's be a throw-in for the Wildcats. 31-22 to play, half number one. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. This is the regular season home finale for the Tornadoes. And a throw in here for Brevard. Played out of bounds. Johnson Wales ball. Seen a lot of Katie Douglas thus far. Seems like she'll be a focal point of the Tornado defense throughout the evening. Olivia Hahn with the throw-in. Plays that left outside back for the Wildcats. Now here's Witherspoon. Sarah Milne getting involved in the action as well. Just under 30 minutes to play. Half number one, a 1-0 lead for Brevard. Taken away there by Garcia. Nice job by the Tornadoes on the midfield by Porcelli to use her body to keep that defender away from her. But these teams going back and forth. Several long balls. Now Black up ahead looking for Mayer. Brought down by Emma Murray. Porcelli. Grace Black. Autumn Wright's going to win that loose ball. Plays it back to Warzencroft. Warzencroft fires away. Stolen away by Emily Spies. Absalom, she's been a real factor thus far for the Wildcats. Well, 9 seniors were honored this past Saturday at Eyes Lamel Family Field. What an afternoon it was. Just want to give one more congratulations to that group. Channing Barker, Grace Black, Tay Brown, Chantal Commonson, Lena Hatter, Abby Mayer, Taylor Richardson, Abby Warzencroft, and Autumn Wright. Several of whom we see on the field right now. Meanwhile, free kick for Johnson and Wales. It was Garcia sending it forward. Garcia again up ahead. Here's Hahn. Absalom again attracting a crowd, even draws a foul that time around. So another free kick for the Wildcats. Tornadoes hold on to a 1-0 lead. Now outscoring their opponents at home 21-1 on the season. Hahn sends it forward. Another foul on the Tornadoes. So this will be a compelling opportunity for Johnson and Wales, a free kick from this sort of distance. You can see the Tornadoes players starting to create a wall here, 3 players wide. Abby Nunez, the goalkeeper, getting them in place on that near post. Jess Ralph setting things up for the Wildcats. And Ralph's going to play it directly on the goal. Nunez going up high for the save. Showing that vertical leap. Basketball season around the corner. Nunez showing she's got some ups. You saw Warren cleared out momentarily. Now Warren back on defense for Johnson Wales, sending it forwards Porcelli, and played out of bounds by Garcia. So interesting, both teams with some opportunity so far. Nunez, big time save there on the shot by Ralph. Throw in here for Bryan. Mayer. There's Kenny. Porcelli. Mayer once again. Off a Johnson & Wales defender. And we'll see if that'll be a corner kick or a deep throw-in. It's like a throw-in. About as far as you can be up the field and still attempt a throw-in, as Haley Bryan will do the honors. This game's been fairly physical between the two sides. Now throw in on the far side for the Wildcats. Ralph. Meanwhile, here's Warzencroft. Autumn Wright. Now, last season, these two teams played to a 2-2 tie. Only played 3 games in their history, a 2-0-1 advantage for Brevard. And here come the Tornadoes. Kenny playing it forward. Hoffman now up ahead. Collected there by Zoe Balmer. 23-13 to play, half number 1. Brevard men's soccer in action as well today. A road trip to non-conference foe Warren Wilson, and it was a 0-0 tie up in Swannanoa. Here's Porcelli. Porcelli on the move. Bryan with the cross. Milne playing it forward. Witherspoon. Neither team able to get much of a possession at the moment. Blasting it forwards, Ralph. Handball on the Tornadoes. Free kick, Wildcats. 22 minutes left to play, half number one. It'll be Asmira Garcia taking the free kick. She's a senior from Dumfries, Virginia. Another throw in for Johnson and Wales on the near side. Well, we mentioned the start of men's and women's basketball season. Tornado tip-off on Thursday night, 9 p.m. at the Bosch. Check out the men's and women's basketball team season preview. Midnight Madness style, a little earlier around here. We started at 9 p.m. 21 minutes to play here, half number one. Ballmer's been active so far, the goalkeeper for JWU. She's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Punts it forward. Played ahead by the NATOs. Here's Wright. Wright on the move. Wright continuing down that left side. Fires away a shot. Saved by Ballmer. Autumn Wright, part of that senior class, getting it done. Wright, the senior, plays both midfield and defense out of Elliott City, Maryland. Great career with the Tornadoes. Winning that ball in the air was Kaylee Kenny. And then Warzencroft taken away from Douglas. Seemed like Warzencroft and Douglas are going to be in a battle all night long. Here come the NATOs again. Hoffman playing it forward. And big opportunity there. Grace Black was looking for Abby Mayer. Mayer had an opening for a moment there. Meanwhile, sub for the Tornadoes.
Checking in is going to be Michaela Zavekin, the sophomore out of Draper, Utah.
So as you mentioned, Melody, Zavekin checking in. She replaces the senior Grace Black. Some high fives from the coaching staff. Also athletic trainer Noah Reisig on hand. And Zavekin scored a goal last game, so maybe a hot hand to bring in here. Certainly fresh legs with 19 minutes to play. Sun has set. The lights are on. The evening has officially arrived here at Brevard College. And the temperature continues to drop. Now 58 degrees. We had a high of 71 earlier this afternoon. But a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Blue skies. Meanwhile, here come the Tornadoes. Firing off a shot there was Kenny. Hoffman had it for a second there too and also fired off a shot. Huffman, big time performance already has a goal, was looking for a second one there. And then a foul just outside the box. That could have been disastrous if it was a couple yards forward. Big opportunity here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is going to be a good offensive opportunity for the Wildcats to really try and either test Nunez or test our back line in defending set pieces like this, especially with the ball being just right outside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be Katie Douglas, we believe, taking the shot. Douglas fires away off the crossbar of the football goalpost. That's not where you want to hit it. Couple yards above the soccer goals here, but it creates always like a fun reaction from the crowd when you hit the football goalpost. You know, people showing the field goal sign as if they're football referee. Who knows what's going through the fans' heads here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. 16:52 to play, half number one. And opportunity here. There's a wide open Wildcat, but that ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. That could have been trouble if the Wildcats would have caught up to that ball, because there was a wide open Wildcat. Meanwhile, we have several subs coming.
Entering the match for the Wildcats, Savannah Weeks, Carly Harris, and Bella Davila checking in. Going to provide some fresh legs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 3 substitutes all coming in at once for the Wildcats. We've only seen 1 sub for the NATOs, even though I see Tay Brown starting to loosen up. 15:45 to play as the rhythms continue from the drum line. We'll see the drum line at Tornado tip-off, along with the cheerleading team. All sorts of fun, including three-point shootout in a dunk contest. The men's team. That'll be interesting. I know some of those guys have been practicing their dunks. We've seen some electric stuff over the years. But it marks the start of basketball season and happens during what we call here in the business crossover season. Fall sports still happening, basketball getting started, and a lot going on here on the campus of Brevard College. Come check us out one of these days. Beautiful location in the mountains of western North Carolina. 14:35 to play, half number one. And Nunez able to smother that loose ball. Nicely done. She's played great, not just today, but throughout her freshman campaign. And big boot here. Sky high, the punt from Nunez. And it'll be a throw-in for the NATOs. Meanwhile, here's a sub for the NATOs.
Coming on is going to be
Entering the match for your Tornadoes, number 17,
Tay Brown, the senior who scored in the last home game for Senior Day.
Yeah, Tay Brown, what a story that was, getting that storybook goal in the Senior Day. Now here she is on that right wing, and plays it wide, just a little too much on that dribble. It'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats. So a little different up front, as Brown's on the right wing, Zavekin on the left wing. Austin Huffman, who's already scored today, in that center position amongst the strikers. Under 13 to play. 1-0 NATOs. Porcelli plays it forward. Weeks, who had just checked in the game, getting a piece of it for Johnson Wales. Huffman again trying to turn the corner. Here's Porcelli. Opportunity here on the right wing for Brown. Can she keep it in bounds? Yes, she does. Now trying to cross it, but it's cleared out by Johnson Wales. Aubrey Warren playing some tough defense for Johnson Wales. sophomore from all the way in Santee, California, San Diego Christian High School. She may win the award for furthest geographical location of a hometown in today's matchup. Might edge out Zavekin, who's from Utah. Meanwhile, what a move there for Haley Kenny. Then taken away by Johnson and Wales. That was Douglas. Douglas dropping back on the defensive side after being a factor up front much of this game. Played out there by Smoke. Zavekin with a touch there. Porcelli battling for it. Emma Murray active at that midfielder position as well. And we've got an issue here. Looks like a red card's being issued to the Tornado coaching staff. So we'll try to get this sorted out. So stick with us as we try to get a resolution here on what just happened. So 10:40 to play in the first half, and indeed a red card's been issued to head coach Juan Mascaro Sr., who has to leave the facility, was clearly very upset about a non-call. We've seen, I mentioned the physicality of this game. We've seen some little extracurricular from Johnson and Wales at time, and must have gone over a limit there. So associate head coach Juan Mascaro Jr. now takes over the coaching duties. So red card to the head coach of the Tornadoes. So 10:15 to play here. Tornadoes holding on to a 1-0 lead. And nice takeaway there for the Nados. It's Autumn Wright on that far sideline. Now throw in for Johnson and Wales. Here's Zavekin for the Nados. Zavekin playing it down that left wing. She beat about 3 Wildcat defenders there. Now crosses it in the direction of Tay Brown, but it's going to be lassoed in by the goalkeeper, Zoe Balmer. 9:15 to play, half number 1. A 1-0 advantage for the Tornadoes. The only goal thus far coming from Austin Huffman off an Abby Mayer assist. And here comes Johnson Wales the other direction. As Davila, one of those reserves who had checked in a few minutes back, able to push it forward. Now here's Hahn with the throw-in for JWU. And it'll remain Johnson Wales ball with the throw-in on the near side. Warzencroft plays it forward to the feet of Tay Brown. Brown turns, taking on a Johnson Wales defender head on. Now was looking for a little square pass there to Emma Murray, but unable to connect. It'll be out of bounds throw in for Johnson Wales. Here's Katie Douglas. Spies plays it forward to Witherspoon. Through ball there, looking for Weeks. Another one of those reserves who had checked in, but Nunez able to control the situation. She puts her boot to the ball just around midfield. That punt goes. Here's Porcelli. Porcelli trying to play it forward to Brown. Johnson Wales defense able to win that one in the air. Smoke clears it forward. Won that time by Olivia Hahn. Emma Murray plays it forward. Zavekin. Trying to switch fields to Tay Brown. Ambitious ball. Now brought down by the Tornadoes. Haley Kenny. Brown once again. Brown has two defenders chasing her. And a collision in that far corner. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be a foul, it appears, on Tay Brown and the Tornadoes. So free kick for Johnson Wales. Subgan set to come in for the Wildcats in the meantime. There's been 9 fouls so far in this contest. 7 have been called on the Tornadoes, just 2 on the Wildcats. As throw in now for the Tornadoes, so we'll go back the other way. That sub never came in despite it was actually a free kick opportunity, so Johnson Wales needs that throw in that deep corner. Meanwhile, taken away by the Nados. Warzencroft heads it forward. Porcelli fighting for it. Nice job by Autumn Wright to win that loose ball. Plays it forward to Brown. Brown turns, plays it forward herself, and then cleared out by Warren of the Wildcats. So it'll be a throw in for the Tornadoes. That Wildcat sub will have to keep on waiting. So throw in here for Haley Bryan. Bryan, the junior from New Bern, North Carolina. Transfer from Erskine. Bryan scanning her options. Tries to play it to Brown, but it'll result in about an extra 5 or 6 yards as Johnson Wales plays it right out of bounds. Here's Huffman. Huffman along the far sideline. Huffman, a hard tackle by Johnson and Wales, and that's going to be a free kick for the Tornadoes. Kind of similar position to what you would see in a corner kick. Now, this part of the field, perhaps too ambitious for Abby Nunez, so it'll be Smoke handling the free kick really close to that corner kick flag. Meanwhile, don't know if this is necessary, but from that angle, Johnson Wales setting up a three-person wall. This play towards the goal mouth, punched out by the goalkeeper Balmer, and then Brown with the rebound. Second chance opportunity, but just over the top crossbar. Substitute coming for JWU.
Entering the match is going to be Mia Townsend, the freshman out of Surfside, Florida.
Wildcats, number 7, Mia Townsend. So Townsend checks in. We're seeing the Wildcats go fairly deep into their bench here. Meanwhile, we're down to the final 3:15 to play in the opening half. 1-0 Tornadoes. Porcelli. There's a bunch of Wildcat defenders all packed back there in that penalty box. Now even more heading that direction. Be another throw-in for the NATOs on the far side. Far corner, rather. Haley Bryan. Bryan with the throw-in. Brought down by Kenny. Here's Bryan again. Murray. That gets free to Zavekin. Opportunity there for Michaela Zavekin. Bit of a hot hand for the Tornadoes. She scored on senior day, second of 3 goals on Saturday. And that was a big opportunity there. Emma Murray making a lot of that happen from her midfield position. Down to 2 minutes to play. And Nunez, despite an attack there from Savannah Weeks, able to come up with it. Nunez just 2 saves, but she's come up with a lot of these loose balls that have kind of been in that deep attacking zone and just absolutely puts an end to any Johnson & Wales offensive opportunity. Meanwhile, back come the NATOs. There's Huffman. Huffman carrying the ball to the middle part of the field herself. Very nicely done. Able to find Haley Bryan. Porcelli. Tay Brown. Brown crosses it back into the penalty box. Ball's bouncing. Johnson & Wales is trying to clear it out of there. They're able to do so.
It's going to be a throw in here for Haley Bryan. Haley Bryan's actually going to throw it in quickly to Huffman.
Yeah, as the 1 minute call came and heading down to the final 40 seconds now. 1-0 lead for the NATOs. Porcelli. Taken away nicely by Emma Murray. Now 20 seconds to play. Firing off from distance there, but wide.
As time dwindles down, Balmer is going to take this goal kick.
2, 1, 0. Your score of the half, Tornadoes 1, Wildcats 0. So a 1-0 lead for the Tornadoes. The lone goal by Austin Huffman, assist by Abby Mayer. We also saw a couple shots, a couple good opportunities from Autumn Wright, Grace Black, Zavekin with a opportunity late in that first half. Also Tay Brown with a shot as well. All total, 7 shots for the Tornadoes, just 3 for Johnson & Wales. 3 of the 7 shots by the NATOs on goal. Johnson & Wales has 2 corner kicks. The Tornadoes yet to take a corner kick. And the foul discrepancy, 7 on the Tornadoes, 3 on the Wildcats. So stick with us. We'll bring you the second half of action in just a few moments. Tornadoes 1, Wildcats 0. Women's soccer action from Eyes Lamel Family Field.
It's important to study English because
Back here at Islamel Family Field, joined alongside by Melanie Ferguson. Compelling first half where the Tornadoes took a 1-0 lead on a goal by Austin Huffman. Credit the assist to Abby Mayer. We'll see the same 11 that came off the field to start this second half. First half impressions, Melanie?
A very physical matchup between the two. There's a lot of fouls being committed. There's a few foul discrepancies as well. But Tornadoes are pushing forward, getting opportunities on the attack, as well as Johnson and Wales is actually proving to show that they also have those same prowess of pushing forward on a counterattack, testing Abby Nunez.
Yeah, Nunez has been tested a couple times, has required just a couple saves, however, has been forced to kind of leave her line a couple times to intercept a couple crosses, that kind of thing. And actually checking the stats here, they gave a double assist on that Austin Huffman goal. So Nunez and Mayer on the assist. So good stuff there. So credit and assist to Nunez, who, for a goalkeeper, some impressive offensive stats. She already has a goal this season. She gets an assist in this game as well. And just about ready to get things started here. Second half. Tornadoes and Wildcats non-conference action as the Tornadoes gear up for their regular season conference in season finale this Saturday at William Peace. And we are underway as Brown wins that in the air. So Nunez with her first career assist to go along with a first career goal from the goalkeeper position that she enjoyed earlier. And we've got a penalty right off the bat here. At least that's what the Tornado bench wanted, but no call. Could have been a penalty kick. Instead, it'll be the first corner kick of the match for the Tornadoes. As Zavekin will tee it up. Zavekin, a beautiful corner kick there. Big opportunities for the Nados. Firing off a shot there. And saved by Balmer. Huffman with the shot. Meanwhile, nicely done bringing down a high punt there was Haley Kenny. Kenny, Warzencroft, and Brown were guests on Tornado Talk last night. If you want to tune into that replay, perhaps after the game here, it's on. You can find it on the YouTube archives. Johnson Wales, Milne getting it started. Now a throw-in for the Wildcats. Parcells with a slip header to try to get some offense generated. Johnson Wales Wildcats making the trip from Charlotte. Johnson Wales known for its culinary school. Always curious. Like when we play Johnson Wales, I think, what was the pregame meal like? What are they going to eat afterwards? Who's doing the cooking? It's just kind of like a fascinating subject, the idea that a lot of these student athletes are studying how to be a chef, and studying the culinary art. So hats off to them. It's really, really unique situation with an athletic program at a school like Johnson & Wales. Touched out of bounds there by Elizabeth Parcells for Johnson Wales. Would be a throw-in for the Nados. As Autumn Wright puts it in play. Porcelli now on the move. Cleared out there by Warren of Johnson & Wales. Witherspoon. Now Douglas. Taken down nicely. MK Smoke. That's a big-time defensive play by Smoke. And that ball is going to bounce off a Johnson Wales defender. So after 0 corner kicks in the first half, 2 corner kicks already in the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of this one. It'll be Zavekin once again. Autumn Wright getting a foot on it. Haley Bryan up ahead. Looking for Hoffman. Hoffman and Brown trying to get something going offensively. 1-0 NATOs. As that goes off of right and out of bounds. Nice little save there by associate head coach Juan Mascaro Jr. Juan Mascaro Jr. taking control of the head coaching roles at the moment after a red card in the first half. Meanwhile, 40-35 to play here, half number 2. Played forward there, Autumn Wright stepping into it. Now nice little touch there from Kenny, but taken away quickly by Witherspoon of Johnson Wales. You can see some pressure here from Johnson Wales, upping the intensity coming out of halftime, trailing by a goal. Here's Wright. Tay Brown. And another corner kick. So corner kick number 3. So just like that, Tornadoes, 3 corner kicks. First 5 minutes and change. And Zavekin again. Autumn Wright with an opportunity. Johnson Wales clears it out. Now here's Haley Kenny. Plays it back to Smoke. Smoke has room to operate. She's going to play it long. And that skips out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Johnson Wales. Drumline in the house. Creating a great environment here for these soccer fans. Throw in here for Sarah Milne. Emma Murray was trying a very difficult turn there. It'll be a throw in for Johnson and Wales. Another throw in for Johnson and Wales. So moving their way up the field, one throw in at a time. 38:08 to play, second half. Warzencroft using her body to shield the attacker for Johnson and Wales. Here's Parcells. Nunez takes control of the situation. Now the big boot from Nunez all the way across midfield. That's a hard play to make in the air when the ball travels that far and high. NATO's trying to get something going here. Huffman. And foul there on Johnson and Wales. So free kick for the Tornadoes, and here comes Abby Nunez. Already with an assist this evening. And An interesting dynamic. Tornadoes attackers all the way up at the penalty box being held onside there by the Johnson & Wales defense. Here comes the free kick from Nunez. She sends it into that box, off the head of Huffman. Brown with an opportunity in a collision between Zoe Ballmer, the goalkeeper, and Brown. And that'll always go in the direction of the goalkeeper when there's that kind of play. And now a card being issued to Brown as well. Yellow card.
To touch on that free kick by Abby Nunez pushes up, and that makes the defense stagger. So MK Smoke goes back to be that last defender. Abby Warzencroft pushes up a little bit more just to prevent any kind of counterattack there. And once Abby Nunez kicks the ball, she sprints back.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how that all goes down, Melody. Appreciate that. Meanwhile, here come the NATOs. Porcelli fires off a shot from distance. Saved by Ballmer. Shot number 11 for the NATOs in the game. Just 3 shots for the Wildcats. Ballmer will give it a ride. But we've seen a lot more long balls and punts and that kind of thing in this game than we typically see in a match here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Meanwhile, Zavekin trying to get things going. So Autumn Wright with the pressure. Brown comes up with it. Haley Kenny plays it to Emma Murray. Garcia ahead. Absalom. Played out by Warzencroft. However, Johnson Wales is going to regain possession. Parcells. Then a collision there between the goalkeeper Nunez and the attacker for Johnson Wales. Stop of the clock at 34:48. And a yellow card there on the Johnson & Wales attacker. So just like we saw on the other end, contact with the goalkeeper's never going to go your way in soccer. And Nunez, it looks like she's able to shake it off as yellow card issued against Johnson and Wales. Katie Douglas being charged with the yellow card. So each team with 1 yellow card. 34-48 here in the second half. MK Smoke is going to fire away here. Plays it forward all the way to Zavekin. Porcelli playing it forward. Brought down nicely there by Haley Kenny. Ralph on the defensive end for the Wildcats. And a foul there on Brevard. So back the other way, Johnson Wales with an opportunity. The penultimate game in the regular season for Brevard College. And the final regular season home matchup. This a non-conference affair. .35 to play here. Couple Wildcats warming up. Weatherspoon with some pressure from Zavekin for the Tornadoes. Zavekin, some great effort there. Still making it difficult on those Johnson & Wales defenders. Physical game here on a Tuesday night at Islamel Family Field. Tomorrow, the Harvest Fest here at Brevard College. Always a great affair for the students at Brevard. All sorts of games, activities. Usually an appearance by a certain distinct mammal. Hey, I'll go ahead and just let you know. Llamas will be on the campus of Brevard College. Always a spectacle when the llamas show up. Llamas and white squirrels all in one place. Amazing. 32-22 to play, second half. Aubrey Warren on the defensive end for the Wildcats. Brown trying to create some pressure for the Tornadoes. Here's Autumn Wright for the NATOs along the sideline. Now Wright's going to be rewarded with a throw-in after that defensive effort. Parcells played it forward, then brought down by Murray momentarily. Porcelli battling for it. Loose ball up ahead. Haley Bryan's got room to operate. Bryan is trying to find Zavekin along that far sideline. Under the lights here at Islamel Family Field. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Several subs getting set to check in for the Wildcats. Looks like 4 in total, so this will resemble a hockey shift change.
Coming into the match for the Wildcats, Savannah Weeks, Mia Townsend,
Number 9,
Asmira Garcia, and Isabella Davila entering the match.
So 40% of the field players have just changed on Johnson & Wales side, so different dynamic, I'd imagine, in terms of the personnel coming in after that 4-player substitution. Under 30 minutes to play. Tornadoes holding on to that 1-0 lead. Looking to remain unbeaten at home in 2023. 7-0-1. A 10-match streak without a loss at home here at Islamel Family Field dating back to last season. And perhaps most remarkable of all, the goal differential at home this year, now 21-1. Just 1 goal allowed on the home field here at Islamel Family Field. And that came in non-conference play just like this one, Carolina University. The only team to score a goal against the 2023 Tornadoes at home. Zavekin on that far right side, firing off a shot herself. It'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Well, everyone's keeping an eye on those USA South Conference standings. as after this weekend's play, it'll be all sorted out. But certainly a possibility that there'll be a first-round game here. That would be on Tuesday, October 31st, if things go as planned from the Tornadoes' perspective. Halloween, possible USA South Conference tournament matchup. Love to see what kind of costumes we might see in the audience here on a Halloween night. Meanwhile, here's Tay Brown. Brown to her left. Brown now cuts back to her right, fires off a shot off the post. It's a beautiful bender there. What a shot from Tay Brown from distance, then bouncing off the post. Here's Autumn Wright. Wright plays it back. Warzencroft. Wright once again. Tay Brown. Nice defensive pressure from Warzencroft. Also, Kenny in on the action. Here's Mia Townsend. Weeks battling for it for Johnson Wales as well. Warzencroft now coming up with it. What a force Warzencroft is in that central defender position. Goes out of bounds off Johnson Wales, so nifty little move there, but actually not the case. It'll be Johnson Wales' ball, rules the linesman. Brown now plays it forward. Looks like a sub ready to go for the NATOs. And Nunez is going to collect this. 26 minutes to play. Tornadoes with one game remaining after this one. Trip to Cary, North Carolina. It's a noon start in case you want to make the trip or if you happen to be in the Research Triangle area. 25-35 to play. And substitute coming here.
Entering the match is going to be Abby Mayer.
Entering the match for your Tornadoes.
Mayer going to enter in
Abby Mayer
on that outside forward position.
So Mayer checks back in. She had an assist on that goal from Huffman. Here's Davila for the Wildcats. Smoke plays it forward for the Tornadoes. Nicely done. Here's Zavekin. Zavekin on the move. Zavekin firing off a shot from distance. Ricochets off the goalie. Then the follow-up. Right on cue, Abby Mayer, who had just checked in, had a follow-up opportunity there. Big opportunity for the NATOs, Melody.
That was a very big offensive opportunity, especially for that new sub coming in, Abby Mayer. Abby Mayer just getting that lucky ricochet right there, trying to put it in the back of the net. But that ball actually just went right across the goal line.
And the initial shot from Zavekin, a rocket of its own. So drop ball, it'll be Johnson Wales possession, but ball bounces out of bounds. NATOs with the throw in. 23:40 to play. Nice job defensively by Warren of Johnson Wales to win that battle on the far side. Here's Kenny. Autumn Wright. Looks like Grace Black starting to warm up. Maybe set to check in as well. Here's Kenny. MK Smoke. Smoke shielding the ball. Nunez felt it was in her best decision to just blast that out with her foot. Kenny up ahead. Here's Mayer. Mayer looking for Huffman. Porcelli. Huffman. Back to Porcelli. Defended there by Spies. Wright trying to bring it down. Nicely done by Davila. Johnson and Wales continuing to battle, trailing 1-0. This will be a throw-in for Johnson Wales. Looks like indeed Grace Black's going to check in. So much like Mayer coming in, bringing in another starting forward momentarily. 21:51 to play and counting here in the second half. And that's going to be a foul there on the NATOs. So free kick here for Johnson and Wales. What a season thus far for Brevard. 10-4-2 overall. So 688 winning percentage. 4-2-2 in conference play. And unbeaten on this home field, Eyes Lamel Family Field. Meanwhile, on the move, here come the NATOs. Once again, what a night Austin Huffman's having. Playing more of a striker position than she's done for much of the season.
Grace Black entering the match, the senior out of Charleston, South Carolina. Grace Black going to replace Austin Huffman in that center forward spot.
So Black checks in. Huffman checks out. Some hugs from her teammates after Huffman put in some great work and got that goal. The go-ahead goal for the Tornadoes. So Tornadoes feeling good along that sideline. You see a couple more layers than what we saw at the beginning of the night as temperature continues to drop. Currently 55 degrees. Overnight low expected to be the low 40s. 20 minutes to play. Half number 2. Nunez after sending it forward. And that's going to go back to the Wildcats. Right on the defense for the NATOs. Right in a bit of a battle there with Davila. They've been going at it all night. Meanwhile, nicely done there. Emma Murray. Here's Wright. Wright. And forced out of bounds. It'll be Johnson Wales' ball. Actually going the other way. So nicely done. Autumn Wright played that off a Johnson Wales player. So momentarily it looked like Wright was going to check out because the thinking was it was a throw-in, but it's actually a free kick for the Tornadoes. As taking that free kick there was MK Smoke. throw in for Johnson and Wales. Now here's the NATO throw in and therefore the sub.
Checking in is going to be Channing Barker.
Entering the match for your Tornadoes, number 14, Channing
Barker replacing Wright on the outside backside.
Channing Barker. Veteran presence. Meanwhile, here's Black with a shot. What a shot by Grace Black. Diving save to her left by Zoe Ballmer. As good of a shot, it was an even more electric save. Oh, my. The Tornado's been knocking on the door as of late. So Vekin with some good chances. And then big-time shot there. Grace Black. So Tornadoes would love nothing more but a insurance goal. Protect this lead even further. But the way the defense and the goalkeeping has been this season, oftentimes one goal is all you need. 9 shutouts on the year for the Tornadoes defense. Check that, actually 10 shutouts on the season. Black. Porcelli. Grace Black firing off a shot blocked by a Johnson Wales defender. And then off a high bounce, Zoe Ballmer brings it down. 16:05 to play second half. Another sub getting set to go for the NATOs. Looks like Pacheco. Also, Rachel Trifoli. Looks like she's ready to roll. $15:42 to play, second half. Smoke, nicely done, stepping up into that ball. What a job defensively. Now she's playing it forward. Plays it forward. A nice ball to Zavekin. Zavekin off the Johnson and Wales defender. Very dangerous situation there. That's the kind of play that can result in an own goal sometimes. And it'll be a corner kick for the NATOs, and here come a couple subs.
Entering the match for the Tornadoes, Rachel Trifoli and Camden Pacheco.
So Trifoli and Pacheco check in. First time we've seen those two in this contest. Rachel Trifoli, junior midfielder from Wilmington, North Carolina. Transferred to Brevard from North Greenville, which is also where Abby Mayer transferred into Brevard from. And we mentioned Camden Pacheco now in the game as well, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Queens Grant High School. Johnson and Wales making the trip from Charlotte. Their campus located in Charlotte, North Carolina. 14 minutes to play. Warzencroft was trying to use Barker. It's going to be a Johnson Wales throw in. Johnson Wales trying to make something happen quickly here. Warzencroft has other ideas. She plays it forward. Just looking for Mayer. Garcia. Grace Black comes up with it. We mentioned last year a 2-2 draw between these two teams. 2 other meetings all time. Tornadoes won each of those. The 2-2 draw took place in Charlotte. As Mayer plays this forward. And that's going to be another corner kick for the Tornadoes. That game last year, a couple goals by the Nados. Taylor Richardson and Abby Mayer, both in their junior seasons, scored against this Johnson & Wales team. Assists in that game and those 2 goals, Zavekin and Procelli. So always interesting to look at past history between a couple teams. The year before, 2021, a 1-0 win for Brevard. The only goal in that one scored by Abby Warzencroft. Assist in that one, part of the coaching staff these days, Sally Riggin. And then the first ever meeting between these two schools went down in 2019. That was also a 1-0 win for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, 1-0 lead for the Tornadoes here. And Tornadoes continuing to exert some pressure as Mayer with the cross there. So Trifoli now playing the right wing position. That's where we saw Michaela Zavekin. Mayer back into the game, playing left wing. In that center forward position, Grace Black. Channing Barker with the throw-in. Barker, a dual sport athlete, part of the track and field program. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of subs coming here for Johnson & Wales. Several of that original starting lineup getting set to check back in. Meanwhile, free kick here for the Nados. MK Smoke will do the honors. Smoke with a cross to the back post. Black's able to come up with it. Tries to fire in a cross herself. Johnson & Wales desperate to try to get this out of bounds or cleared out somehow. Smoke, what a contribution she's made in her freshman year. The defender from Charleston, South Carolina, West Ashley High School. Really become a big, big part of this Tornadoes defense and also part of the offensive attack at times, like what we just saw with that free kick opportunity. .9:20 to play. Well, appreciate everyone who participated in yesterday's BC Tornadoes Open. 15th annual event, a golf tournament to help the Tornadoes raise funds for these student athletes and their experiences here at Brevard College. Some subs coming now for Johnson & Wales.
Entering is going to be Taylor Witherspoon.
Number 8, Taylor Witherspoon. Number 21,
Aslana Absalom, Katie Douglas, and Elizabeth Parcells entering the match.
So Zay, Absalom, Parcells, Several fresh legs into the game here for Johnson Wales, looking for one last push, trying to get an equalizer somehow. Katie Douglas amongst those subs as well. She was a big part of their first half attack. Junior out of Winchester, Virginia. Mayer with an opportunity on that left wing. Mayer cutting back to her right, firing off a shot. Saved by Balmer. Good looking shot from Abby Mayer. Abby Mayer. What a career she's had, the senior out of Roxborough, North Carolina. Warzencroft. And clear it out with the head for the Tornadoes. Now Barker with some tight defense of her own. Haley Bryan clears it out. Meanwhile, Pacheco battling for it. Pacheco, nicely done. Playing it forward to Trifoli. Trifoli on that right wing. Really well done there by Camden Pacheco. Six minutes, 30 seconds to play. As Tornadoes inching closer to remaining undefeated here on their home field this season. Non-conference play. Grace Black with the corner kick from the far side. Haley Kenny firing off a shot. Then Pacheco with an effort of her own. Then a shot there. Porcelli. What a look that was. Just off the top crossbar. Big effort there from Chiara Porcelli. Sophomore from Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Abby Mayer firing off a shot there right at Balmer.
Yeah, interesting enough, Porcelli comes from Merrimack, New Hampshire. Haley Kenny, who was on Tornado Talk last night, also from the state of New Hampshire. So two New Hampshire natives here in Brevard, North Carolina, at Brevard College. New Hampshire's not that big of a state. And it's pretty cool to have two of them here now, part of this Tornadoes women's soccer team. As countdown, 4:40 to play. .420 in counting. Don't really see the sense of urgency you'd expect from Johnson & Wales down a goal. Part of it is the defense has just been suffocating for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, firing off from long range there. Kind of a weird bounce for Nunez to pull that in. But nicely done once again, Abby Nunez.
Kenny gonna send the ball over to Mayer.
Mayer. Channing Barker with an overlap run. And it'll be a throw in for the Tornadoes. 3:20 to play. Another sub getting set to check in for the Wildcats if they're able to even get that opportunity in these final minutes. Pacheco firing from distance. Well, Zoe Bombers had a busy night. That's save number 11. 27 shots for the NATOs, just 5 for the Wildcats. It's been all NATOs. Pacheco, nicely done playing that out of the air. Black now ahead. Trifoli. Back to Black. Black onside. The shot off the post. Oh, my. And then a follow-up opportunity. Barker then tries to set up her teammate. Oh, my. Grace Black, that would have brought the house down.
Entering the match for Johnson and Wales.
So Milne checks in. What an opportunity there for Grace Black. Just over 2 minutes to play. And that ball skips out of bounds. Tornadoes have certainly flexed their muscles offensively, Melody. Now 29 shots.
Yeah, Tornadoes just really showing that they have what it takes to just get up the field into that attacking third and fire off 29 shots compared to Johnson and Wales, 5 shots.
Yeah, it's a big number, no doubt about it. And just a testament to the sort of dominant performance we've seen here this evening as we head towards just 90 seconds to play. And barring something unbelievable, Tornadoes are going to look to come out of here with a victory. Here's Black. Black playing it forward. Trifoli. Black again.
It's Trifoli. Brian. Brian going to try and cross it in, intended for Black. Johnson and Wales going to send it right to Kenny. Kenny going to flick it back to Pacheco. Foul there. It's going to be a free kick opportunity for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, one last opportunity here for the Tornadoes as we're counting down in the final minute. And guess what? Abby Nunez pushing up from that goalkeeper position. 30 seconds to operate here. Nunez scoping out her opportunity. Already has a goal this season. The shot from Nunez. Just off the mark high. And that'll just about do it. Tornadoes are going to come out with the victory.
Time's going to dwindle down here. Johnson Wales going to send it short. Going to send it forward. Here's Warzencroft. As time dwindles out. Tornadoes win. Tornadoes 1, Wildcats 0. Game-winning goal came from Austin Huffman with the assist credited to Abby Mayer.
Best of luck to the Tornadoes in their season finale in Cary, North Carolina this weekend at William Peace. And best of luck to Johnson Wales remainder of their season as well. Your final score for the final time here at Ives Lamel Family Field. Tornadoes 1, Wildcats 0. Have a very pleasant rest of your Tuesday evening. Go Tornadoes. So big win for the Tornadoes, able to take care of business here in non-conference play, improved to 11-4-2 overall, and 8-0-1. The Tornadoes complete the regular season at home undefeated. 8 wins, no losses, 1 tie, allowed just 1 goal in all those home games. Talking about taking care of business at home. And get it done again tonight. Austin Huffman with the game-winning goal. A shutout for Abby Nunez in goal for the Tornadoes. Nunez also had an assist, as did Abby Mayer, a double assist on that goal to Huffman. And just very business-like approach here this evening as the Tornadoes get the win on the campus of Brevard College. Melody, final thoughts?
It was a great win. Austin Huffman scoring, showing, she can either be in the midfield or in the forward position. Tornadoes having 30 shots in this matchup between Johnson and Wales. It was a very physical matchup between the two teams from what I saw.
Yeah, some physicality, some competitiveness between these two sides, but ultimately the Tornadoes come away with the win. A 30-5 shot advantage ultimately. So really impressive. And just saw the game ball being presented. Player of the game, at least on an internal standpoint, Haley Kenny. So nice celebration there. But real feel-good win. 8-0-1 at home. Extend the home winning streak, or check that unbeaten streak, because there has been a tie in all that, to 11 games. But that's really something as far as protecting the home court. So congratulations to the team on that. The Tornadoes will focus now on the USA South Conference finale, in the regular season finale in Cary, North Carolina on Saturday at noon versus William & Peace. That will determine, amongst some other scores in the USA South Conference, whether the Tornadoes will host a first-round matchup. That would be on Tuesday, October 31st, here at Lamel Family Field. Stay tuned to bctornadoes.com and BC social media, and we'll bring you those updates as they go down. Well, exciting stuff here in this regular season home finale, as Tornadoes remain unbeaten at home in the 2023 season. For Melody Ferguson, appreciate all her work, both behind the scenes and also on air. Great job, Melody, all season long. Also, the rest of the crew up here in the press box who's helped us throughout the season and helped us this evening. Shania Hauser handling the music. Emily Denega, our producer and spotter this evening. Sports information director does it all. Joseph Marvin and Mauro Alonso on the scoreboard and clock, and handling the numbers, the statistics, Pietro Moratelli. Great work as well all season long. Well, stay tuned to bctornadoes.com, and we'll keep you abreast as far as what's next for the Tornadoes in the postseason. But first things first, a trip to William Peace on Saturday in Cary, North Carolina. For all of us at Brevard College, thank you very much for tuning in throughout the season. We hope to see you again on Tuesday night if the Tornadoes end up hosting that conference matchup. Your final score for the final time here at Lamel Family Field: Tornadoes 1, Wildcats 0. Go Tornadoes!